Hello everyone, good morning. Sam is here from myforexmagicwave.com. In the last night I made a video about the CAD index and the CAD pairs, and I said I'm gonna make another video for pound, but got too tired and sleepy and went to sleep. Now just woke up and get back to work again. This video is about pound index and pound pairs. Not really pound index because I was basing pound index also, but the base chart was this pound USD. I made it, and then you can see that I'm not showing a harmonic pattern and everything, but it was a harmonic pattern in place, or like my style is bouncing from 23% line, which is right there. This is X, this is A, B at 61%, and 23% is the one it bouncing from. Most of the time it's a very lucrative area to trade with. If you pay attention, if you learn, this is amazing. So 23%, I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, and I don't know if we might go up here and then boom, drop again. But in times, 23% line definitely gives you a bounce, okay, in any time frame. This is how it was. I made the chart, and I was expecting USD weakness anyway. I made the chart for that, so it was possible that we bounce here. But if you bounce in a pair which is involving the other currency besides the USD, that currency gets strong as well a little bit. It gets the benefit. Anyway, right? So I was expecting that if I get a good news from pound, from UK, that will fuel this up move here. So what we had, if you go and take a look at, for example, for respect to chart here, see this is on a Friday at 4 a.m. it was the 0.1, and it came out like 0.2, better than expected. And here minus 0.6, and it came out at minus 0.3, right? So it is better data. And here this one is also 0.0, came out 0.6, but this is yellow news. But these two red news, mainly they were good, and all the other news were good news for the pound, and pound got strong. When pound started getting strong, then obviously all the pound pair will be going to the upside. So let me show you that what I did is like this one, pound USD. So where's the trade? The trade is okay. First one in line. Actually, in yesterday's video, I showed you already pound CAD. This is where the news came out, and it was sitting on 67.58. Started to bounce, right? So and then it dipped, and this here I was a little late to take a trade here, but nothing majorly happened. I mean, the damage it came back anyway, pretty much, right? So now this one I already showed you, and then look at this is the pound USD. It was here, it started to bounce, and when the news comes out, what happens is all the pairs start to bounce, and by the time you take the trade, you have to be very quick. If not, then it moves very fast. So you saw my pound CAD. I took the entry there, and then the other one try to catch it and catch this move, but was a little late, right? But it's still good. All in all, everything was good. So, and here is a small chart. I'm showing that these are the areas. It is very important. Weekly charts of any pairs, to watch the weekly charts and highs and lows. Excuse me, relative highs and lows. Not all of them. All of them. I have charts marked every single high and low, and I give it to my subscribers. And but here I'm showing you only the three numbers that were in play, bouncing up just above this 27.05, then going all the way up, coming back, and then bouncing 27.73. Again, this is the low here, and going up to take out this number, and then this is the 84.64. Look how neat and clean we hit that number and drop. So if I had not had to make this chart, then I would just simply close this. I didn't close it because I had to make the chart just to show you that what is happening. Okay, so this is how it is done. Okay, And the reason I show these charts and explain is I'm here to show you how I do it. I just can't, show my account and say, oh, hey, this, I'm doing this good and this, that, making this much, this many pips. It's not gonna do any good to you guys unless you understand how I do it, right? So this is the system. These entries that how the price goes up. Here, if you look at this weekly chart, you can't take any trade from here. You don't know what's happening, right? But here you can clearly see that if you draw these numbers here, weekly highs and lows and monthly highs and lows, whatever the close by numbers, that you will get very precise entries, and this system tell you when to enter. If it's dropping and it's getting close to 27.73, fine, but when to make entry, right? So when this red candle turns into black, this indicates all the way down. This was an entry, this was an entry, this was an entry, this was an entry. It's clear entry, and it takes out a lot of headaches out of the way, right? And just simply, once you establish that, okay, positive news, the pound is going to get strong, USD getting weaker, this pair is going to go up. Why would you want to go short, right? You just wait for this indicator all the way in the bottom, and then the blue candle start to print, you get in. Simple as that. So you can't, your SL never hit here, 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 here. As you could have made the entry here, here, this one, all of them went up, right? So this is how neat and clean is this. And beside this was pound yen, of course. These are the numbers, 37.76 and 39.29, from entry from one number, bouncing from one number, going straight to the other number. Now you would say that why not all the way up here? See, this is the question, is how you can't do that, because every pair or index, any chart, has a daily range. Means that as an average, daily range is an average of a daily traveling distance. For example, let me show you. If I go here on the live chart here, so this is a pound index, right? So pound index, I have drawn my SNL levels. I see that it bounced from here and it came back here, and then it bouncing from here, and then it bouncing again, and this is a 50. Where are these numbers? These numbers are on the weekly chart. Weekly low, weekly low. This is a monthly low. This is weekly high. This is weekly low. Precise moves, right? Now I know that, see, this is the daily range chart. Indicator, right? It tells you that the average 60-day range every day, okay, every day in the past 60 days, this pair moves 150 pips. Zero is not showing here, but this is 150, not 15 pips. This is 150 pip in a day, average. Now, previous day, Thursday, for example, it says that it traveled not 150 but 110, because there was no news or anything. But current day range from bottom to top, you can see, you can start counting here that it's like 55.80 went to 58.80, 300 pip. Right, that's why it is showing 30, but it's 300 basically. So current week range, 300 pip. So now it is because of the news. It was big move, right? Excuse me. But what happens is that you can, for example, if I go like USD, you will apply this indicator here, and it will give you the range. Okay, and when it does finish the range, you want to get out of the trade. Okay, this is the USD daily range. Average 60-day range, 80 pip. Previous day it finishes the range, 90 pip, and current day range, 90 pip. You see how close it is? So it is very easy. If it is going up or down is the matter, and if it is coming down, so you measure from the top and where is the range, and it's gonna go close by somewhere, very close to the range, and will stop for the day. Okay, similarly, it's like if you look at the Euro index. I'm just showing the simple charts here. Let me take out this here. Right. So on the daily range on this one, for example, where though? Oh, here we go. Oh, come on, man! Why are you freezing on me? Okay, it froze. Average 60-day range 80, previous day 70, current day 110. Okay, so this is a little bit more range, because it's not exactly always the same, but you got the idea that it's not 50, it's always more than 80, and 70, 80, something like that, and it's not 200, 300. This is how the euro index move, right? So very close to the range, you want to close the euro trades. You just make sure that whatever the pair you're trading, when it gets very close. For example, if we go and by the way, there was a pound Aussie trade as well, but I accidentally closed it, so I don't have it. What happened here? Oh, okay, this is the last trade, I guess. Right, so I have pound USD, pound CAD, and pound yen. But if you go and take a look at, for example, pound Aussie, I closed it, so I can't make the chart. It's closed. When you have too many trades open, then it's a headache. It's the level of anxiousness grows up, and then you make a mistake. I was probably making, or maybe it hit the target, the TP. It was very close, and it just hit and closed it. So now look, I'm going to show you 20-minute chart. What happened to this? See, this is what it is. When the market is closed, these charts, when you open it, they are crooked. I have to fix them here. Okay, here is, okay, so that was my entry. I think probably was this one, just above this area, and was a nice and clean trade. Similarly, this pound Aussie went up. Then what about pound Newsy? You will see the same thing. So when pound move, all the pound pair move in one direction. Some more, some less, but in the same direction. Why? Because the other currency also matters. Okay, if let's say pound is getting strong, but on the other hand Aussie also getting strong, then pound Aussie is not gonna move that much. But pound was getting strong and CAD was getting weaker, then pound CAD went way high, right? And here you can see pound Newsy. Let me refresh the chart, because when the market is open up, sorry, it's closed, then the chart doesn't open up properly. So this is, see, same thing, same stuff. It was bouncing from here after the news, came back, and beautiful entry here, here, here. All of these were nice entry. So if you pay attention a little bit of these charts and learn, and then you can take the trades after the news. You can take well, basically right after the news is the catalyst that moves the market, and it's very important to know when the news is. Always pay attention to the calendar and when the news is breaking out. Me personally, I don't get involved right after the news, very few times, and but I will wait 10-15 minutes at least. Okay, 10-15 minutes, 20 minutes. So sometimes if the move happens, so forget about it, and then later on, hours and hours later, you get a little retracement and then continuation. That's where I go in. Okay, so it's safe that way. So these are the pound pair, pound index, pound pair, and I just separated this time all of those trades, right, one by one. And by the way, this is my indexed monthly chart, which I made on the 4th and gave it to my subscribers. And here you can see that it's X, A, B, C, and I'm expecting D, a harmonic pattern in this fashion here somewhere. Possible, it's a possibility. Brexit, anything can happen. But the idea is that we were bouncing from 23% line. That is very important. So most of the time, I would say 95% of the time, if you can catch this 23% line, it doesn't matter it's on a monthly chart or weekly chart or daily 4-hour or my 40 and 20-minute chart, it will always bounce. If you see this pound index chart, for example, and 20-minute chart that I was making, and I was so amazed that how it was Fibonacci way, it was so perfectly making these harmonic patterns, these perfect calculated Elliott waves calculated by the Fibonacci tool. So if you can learn that, I will make a video about that, how to fix the Fibonacci tool and how to measure every step of the way you just continue measuring and take the bounces from those levels. It's very easy if you understand it. I made years ago a video about the Fibonacci tool, but I'll make it today maybe. I'm in a mood to make a lot of videos now. I don't know why, but I just want to make videos nowadays. If you pay attention here, see this 40-minute chart I'll show you. So this is just, for example, it's like XA, then B is, let me just draw this. So you see the B is at 61%, right? Then it came down to not all the way 23% line, but sometimes it bounces from 38%, so which it did. All right, the first bounce came again, and this is a very big number, 55.92, 38% bounce, and then going up, and very close to 78%. So it is a characteristic of a Gertley pattern, right? So it's making a Gertley around 78. So it's like 58, 74. Now the Gertley will be finished. But notice that if you pull the fib from here to here, you also have another pattern here. What? Now this pullback is at 78%, which is a butterfly pattern calculation, and usually it ends up at 127%. Now notice that 127% is coming right there as well. So this big pattern, then you have another small butterfly pattern cooking within it, right? But if you take this length here, you will see something else. You will see a crab pattern kind of thing. See, this is 78%, drop to 23% line right there, and then going to close. It is already there, 61.8%. That is like a, not crab, but it's a bigger butterfly pattern. Remember that small one ends at 27%, 127, and then bigger is 161%. So this is first pullback is a crab pattern. The first pullback has to be like 38%, right? So, but this is 78%, so it's 100% a butterfly pattern. So this is the area. 58.60, you got like this pattern, 78% coming right around there. This pattern, 127 coming right around there, and this pattern coming 161 right around there. All those numbers, three numbers, and 58.60, which is a big number. 58.60 is weekly low, so we go take a look at the weekly chart, and you will see 68.50 is not here. Where's 58.60? Oh, 58.41, but probably, well, I can see it. 65, 68.41, and this is 68.56. Where is it? Probably monthly number. I don't know. 58.60. Sometimes I can't even find my numbers. It's the best number is no, not 65. There was another 68 something here on the weekly chart, right? 68.41 I see the most high here, and I don't know, I got it somewhere, but you see, this is what it is. It takes a lot of work to do. This is weekly low. Oh, I'm looking for a weekly high. Why? So weekly low would be probably 68. It should be somewhere here. Is this the high here? This is 71, 68. So it has to be somewhere there. This low, this is 70. I don't know, I'm confused here where this number is. But anyway, this is it's somewhere here. There. So 68.41 is also there, so you can see here. 68.41 would be not too far. 68. See, that's a mistake I'm doing. I'm so confused. I haven't had my tea. I'm looking at 68, but it's not 68. It's 58.60, man. Ay. 58.60. You're right there. Simple, right? 58.60 weekly low right there. So we are at station at that number now. So how hard it is to understand that, this is a pattern within pattern within pattern. It's all calculated. It's just a matter of focusing. The more you focus, like Anthony Robbins says, what you see is what you focus on, and then other things will be just generalization and deletion and absorption, with the deletion. So or alteration, right? So those are psychological terms, by the way. So forget about that. But yeah, you see only what you focus on. So if you focus and you start learning about the Fibonacci measurements and all that, you will see these things. I see them all the time without measuring. I see the this pattern cooking, and then this pattern is a butterfly pattern, and the small butterfly is this one, second smallest, and then this small one is a bigger butterfly, right? And if you don't know where they are, then let me just quickly show you that why I'm saying all that is you see this. If I show you this butterfly pattern, I have all these diagrams made. Okay, so see this here, it says XAB is 78%, and then C here bouncing from 23% line, and usually D, it will stop at two different places, either 127% and then C slash 161%. So 127% small butterfly, 161% bigger butterfly. Okay, if you just if you get a stop at 127%, wait for a turn, right? But sometimes you don't get the turn. It dips a little bit and then it's continue going to the upside. Then now you know exactly where it is going, 161%. And then it will make a turn from there. Okay, this is nothing but just like wave 1, 2, and 3. And then butterfly is 1, 2, either ABC at 127, and it will be 1, 2, 3 if it is 161%. So wave 3 followed by a small wave 4, and then it will go up again. And if it is 127, it's wave C, ABC, and it will followed by a big wave to the downside as wave 1, impulse wave. But that's all Elliott wave mumbo jumbo. So I'm gonna start making the Elliott wave course again, a new one for everybody. So this is how the pound index and pound pairs are. I hope you like the video, and if you do, please subscribe and use the like button if you want. And this is it. And today is Saturday. I'm gonna just start making this Elliott wave video course today. I want to make it and finish it today. So this is it for now. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful weekend.